If we talk about integrating AI into products, from your perspective, what is the best approach to integrate AI into products strategically, not chaotically, as some businesses do?
So I think first of all, one of the key elements is it's go back to our previous discussion is jobs to be done. What are you trying to solve? And then pick the right LLM for the job. Not every LLM model is the right one for your needs. So that's one thing. Second of all, I think context. If you don't provide the right context to the LLM model, it's useless. If it doesn't know your name, if it doesn't know where you live, if it doesn't know your role, it doesn't know if it's a question about Salesforce, if you didn't enrich it with the like external information or help center of Salesforce, it's lacking context. If it's a question about a new feature, if you feed it the information, the product requirements from the Jira, the design from Figma. So the more context around the question you provide the model, the better and more accurate response you'll get. So, and then I think the second step is not just the context, it's also tuning of the model. Like you don't need to retrain the model every time, but you need some sort of a tuning process or a feedback loop to help the model improve over time. For example, I created a video using Guidde, then I made some edits. I want my edits to be feedback to the LLM model, so next time I won't need to do it. So that's like just one example of how you can use like the user actions to feed it back to the LLM, so it improves over time without you basically doing anything. Eventually, hopefully, you'll have zero edits, but it takes time. So I think that's like continuous improvement of the model. That's like a key aspect to make sure it keeps evolving over time.
And for companies preparing to incorporate AI into products, what do you think is essential for getting the product ready for this transition?
First of all, it won't replace humans. Right? That's a question I get a lot. Will LLM or a Gen AI will replace human? I think so. The first of all is what repetitive task you can use Gen AI to help you with. So the humans in the loop, if it's a marketing rep, a sales rep, or whatever you are, will use his time efficiently and not on stuff that like I saw one of the most common tasks people are using today, Gen AI, is like taking a LinkedIn lead and feeding it to the CRM, right? That's something super technical, right? You don't need any skills. So if you can use Gen AI to click on a button and it takes all the fields like your roles, your experience and everything, name, email, phone number, and push it to your CRM, that's like a repetitive task where the human doesn't have a lot of value. So I think we're seeing AI used more and more in those type of places. SDR based on AI is a great process. Using Gen AI to extract like YouTube Shorts from a webinar, like so, or writing social posts based on a podcast. So those are places where you can really put AI into the mix, and to make sure it's prepared, I think you just need to have the underlying infrastructure to be able to collect the data, label the data, like measure the accuracy, and then the feedback loop we talked before to make sure it keeps improving over time.
Looking forward, how far do you think automation with AI can go? And in your opinion, should we think about AI as independent tool or more than a collaborative team member within an organization?
So I think if you look at the partnership that Apple and OpenAI announced earlier this year, I think the goal is to have like your own LLM. Like I have my Sophia LLM, I have my Anna LLM. Like it sits on my phone, on my iPhone. It knows who are my friends, what are my hobbies, what I study, what TV shows I know, and where I work. And based on that, it's like a self-assistant. You can ask him questions. You can help you with tasks, with homework, with task at work. So I think that's like where we're heading. And again, it will just make us more productive. It won't replace us, especially not. I think like it can reduce the friction. Like my nephew today is 12 years old. He can write a computer game and create design in Figma using Gen AI. So I think it just helps with stuff that in the past you had to have like expertise on, and now you can do it in a simplified manner and really use your expertise to focus on those parts. So I think it's just use it to be more productive, more effective, and over time it will become like the new Google search. So it's just another tool in our toolbox.
Thanks. It is really motivating and inspiring, I think. So that's all for today. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks to our guest Yoav for this conversation about video creation and knowledge capture as we know now. Thanks for the insights you brought us today. Perfect.
Thank you for having us, and I invite anyone that wants to give it a Guidde a try to go to guide.com with a double D, and we have a free extension to try and use the product, and would love your feedback. Thank you.